I've done videos about this car before, but
let me tell you about it. It's a 1989 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. It's a special GTA T-top delete with a 350 add-on. It's had a suspension package and exhaust system put on. This rebody kit was built by my friend Paul Wilkins of Spectre Automotive, and started off in Canada, moved to Fort Worth, Texas. And as a teenager, I used to know Paul and hang out at his shop, watching him rebody these Trans Ams into these Ferrari Testarossa replicas until he was stopped, of course, by Ferrari. It is a front engine car. I've done videos comparing it to a real white Ferrari Testarossa. And honestly, I have to admit, if this car was a stock GTA Trans Am in this configuration with only like 38,000 miles, whatever it is, probably would be worth more than this rebody kit. But it's in fantastic shape. It lived its life, I believe, in Laughlin, Nevada, at a casino. It's in amazing shape. There is a crack in this windshield, which was a common problem with the 350 add-ons of these cars because the torque of this thing would crack the window. But it's out of the sight line. You probably wouldn't see it. I'm going to walk you through the car real quick. You reach up under here like this, regular door handle. There's a view of the side strakes. They just go into the fender well. They don't actually go into the engine bay. This is the pretty much original Trans Am interior from '89 with added on wood adornments. Real cell phone in there, that was genuine as an option for the car. I don't think anybody's ever been in the rear. In place of the engine in the rear, I'll pop this trunk real quick. I can reach this button here and the trunk comes to life. Got Crockett's white vest in there. Lots of room in here. Power close. I just put new struts on here, so it's pretty hard to close. I think they're a little too powerful, but I'll bring this down. It's very hard to push down. And you hold it here, and it will draw itself down and close. This is real metal. Coming around this side, I'll show you the interior. These are Weld wheels. Weld is the brand. Deep dish racing wheels. Tires are in good shape. The car needs to be cleaned, color corrected. It needs a good buffing. It's just been sitting around collecting dust. But the interior is immaculate. Look at that dash, not a crack. Smells so good in here, the leather. Finding an '89 GTA Trans Am in this condition, I gotta say, it's just amazing, amazing shape, this car. Headliner's perfect, not sagging. And it runs perfectly. Everything on the car works. It's not perfect, has little flaws, has chips, has some fading here and there. But these are real Ferrari lights. These front turn signals by Corello, they're worth about $5,000 a piece. There's $10,000 worth of Ferrari lights and things on this car, honestly. Let's hop in here. This key is hilarious. The previous owner had taken a real Ferrari key and put the GM security key in it. You have remote lock and unlock and security that works. Great pipes on this car. Door closes well, doesn't have the hang or the sag. Let's see here. Not a stick, it is a automatic. I added in this. This is a Blaupont. It's a modern radio. Spent about $1,000 putting this together with you got the power antennas, you can hear it going up. It's a Blaupont. It's actually not a cassette, it's a MP3 Bluetooth stereo. Can't really display that for you, but I'll turn that off. It's color coded to match the interior of this. This phone does work and light up. I forget how to operate it. I have to figure it out. Anyway. Whoops. You can call your dealer when you're on Miami Vice. Little cup holder here. Tilt wheel, cruise. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Lock, unlock. Fog lights. Original mileage on this car, 35,000 miles. Sorry. Amazing car. Let me turn this AC on. What am I thinking? Oof, it's getting hot in here. The AC does blow cold. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. I'll show you the engine bay while it's running. I'd like to make this one continuous shot without any edits. I like to do my car videos that way so nobody accuses me of anything weird. 350 tuned fork fuel injected. You can see the compressor running. We've added an air horn. That's what some of this goofy wiring is. That's a real Italian Fiam air horn. Look how clean this thing is. I added this 200 amp high output alternator. Sorry if I'm yelling for no reason. Because I just wanted a little bit more power. Look how clean this overflow bottle is. Fluid's clean, it's not muddy or dirty. Feel free to get a pre-purchase inspection on this car because it will pass. There's no rust, there's no damage. You're not going to find a cleaner version of this car. Like I said, if this was a straight GTA with its original configuration, it'd probably be worth more than I'm asking. All right, time to push this down because these struts are new. I'm going to do this with one hand. There we go. This is the crack I told you about. I can't take it out on the road. It has no license plates or insurance. But I've done videos in the past of it driving. It drives like a scalded dog, as they would say. It's got a tight suspension package. I don't know all the details of it, but it's not stock. Ooh, that feels good. Nice cold air conditioning, the best in Vegas. It's about 105 today. Cruise works. It's a heck of a car. I don't know what else more I could tell you about it. I don't know if I would recommend driving it cross country on these tires. I don't know the age of the tires. You know, they're probably 5 or 10 years old. I'm not sure, but they're fine for tooling around town. Shit. Like if you just barely touch the gas, it peels out, and you've got to be very careful with that because it just doesn't mess around. It's just, whoa, see what I'm saying? It's like it's balls to the wall. I mean, this car, you have to gingerly drive it because it's got so much power, and those big wheels just want to let go. And I don't want to mess up these tires and these rims goofing around. But if you give it the beans, it will serve them up to you. Take a look at the back of this thing and listen to this thing running. Look at the meat on these tires. Pretty good. Pretty impressive car. It needs to be detailed. I can get rid of the Van Halen sticker for you, unless you don't think Van Halen's cool. It doesn't have the actual rear windows, they're just painted in. But when you get a little distance, this is a 20-footer, you know. You see it driving by,
and you go, oh my gosh, look, a Ferrari Testarossa.
You know, you look at it from here,
Not too shabby, huh?
it's a lot of fun, this car. But what makes it different than a lot of other
Kit cars that are out there is that this is a daily driver.
as I mentioned, Paul
Wilkins, who built the car, had a red one of these. He had 250,000 miles on his car before he finally got rid of it. And, you know, these can be very reliable cars. And this car's like new. At 35,000 miles, it hasn't even reached its 36,000 mile warranty yet. It was kept, I think it was in one of the casinos in Laughlin, that's what I understand, I believe. I've got extensive paperwork for this thing. I've got 3 inches thick of receipts and work that's been done on this car. I think it was in Laughlin. It went to California, then it came back to Vegas, so it's always been on the West Coast. No rust. It's got a little paint fading, things like that. It's not perfect, but I believe he sold these cars for about 50, 60,000 or something of that nature back in the 80s and the 90s. He would take a brand new car and turn it into this. Unfortunately, our friend Paul, we lost him, I think 2010 or so. I'm not sure exactly. But, it'll be a great car for somebody if you live within a few hundred miles. You can definitely drive it to LA or something like that. I just don't know if I'd drive it to Florida. I mean, it probably could. It'd probably be fine. These tires are probably fine. I mean, I've got some tire shine on them. I just, you know, I'm always leery of long trips. I don't know how old these tires are. I'll have to look at the day codes. Let me see if I can't tell. Maybe I can see the day code. Looks like 9401. Is that 2001 or is that 11? Is that 01? It can't be that old. It might be. There's no way. They look fantastic. There's no way those are from 01. It can't be. That's a 1721. Is that a, let me look again. Maybe that was a 2. Try this back one here. I could be wrong. Maybe these tires are perfectly fine. So that says 3401. These can't be from 2001. There's no way. Anyway, car runs great. Doesn't overheat. Air conditioning's good. Cruise works. Seems to be clean. Sorry, I didn't clean it better. I just kind of closed it off. Here's a look at this tag here. Screenshot that. Ooh, air conditioning's working good. Full tank of gas. Staying nice and cool. Not sure what else more I can tell you about the car. The headliner is perfect. I think we replaced this headliner. I don't remember. But seals up nice, doesn't leak. It's never gotten any water in it. Everything works nicely. So this is the car. You probably won't find another one. There's only a handful of these ever made. I'll turn the wheel here so I can. Really good meat on this tire. I think it'd probably be fine. You could drive this car anywhere in the USA. I've driven it around Vegas, had a lot of fun with it. I hate to sell it, but I'm thinning out my collection. I have several Rolls Royces, several other kit cars. I'm not bragging. I just got too many cars. And you can only keep so many, and I love this thing, and I bought it because of a personal relationship that I had with Paul Wilkins, the builder. It meant a lot to me to have the car, but I just don't drive it. I appreciate the car, but I think it should go to an enthusiast who really will enjoy it, and that's what Paul would have wanted.
I already have Knight Rider
I
cars.
already have several Trans Ams and Fiero cars. So this is what I'm offering today. Hit me up if you have any other questions. Last time I saw one of these hit on eBay, I want to say it sold for like $60,000. A couple of years ago. It was a red Turborossa. Even though it's a front engine car, I kind of like these better than most of the Fiero versions that I've seen. If you go look on my channel on Bob's Prop Shop, or Videobob Moseley, I should say, Videobob Moseley on YouTube, you can send me a message at bobspropshop@hotmail.com. Check out our website, bobspropshop.com, where we build DeLorean time machines. But if you see the video that I did with my buddy who has a real white Testarossa, and I did a side-by-side comparison, it's not crazy off. Yeah, it's off a bit, but it's not crazy off. I take this car out all the time, and very rarely does anybody ask me if it's a kid car or if it's real. Most people have never seen a real Testarossa in their life. And there's a paint chip here that could be filled in. It's not perfect. There's a little checking here and there. It's not perfect. Cars from 1989, but you know what?
Price I'm asking and what you get.
It's a nice car. We'll fill in that paint or maybe repaint it again. I would keep it white. It's got that Miami Vice vibe. Interior's just perfect. Thing runs and drives perfect. Cold AC. It's 108 right now here in Vegas. And this thing, you know, I wish I could feel the cold air when I open this thing. Fantastic. Cold air. Love it. And running ice cold. Look at that. All right, guys. That's the video on this thing. If you want it, buy it. It will disappear. It'll be gone, and then you'll wish you got it. Good luck.